Hello everyone! Welcome back to another 2v2 Warhammer battle. This is going to be Bretonia and the Empire versus two vampire counts. I should note this is 8 minutes into the battlefield. It's been 8 minutes of the two armies staring at each other. About 4 minutes in, I moved my army like bloop, 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 very slowly to see if my ally would be like, okay, let's do this. Because, like, if you're playing double vampire counts, you should probably just charge, because what the hell are you doing? But I can understand if you don't want to attack a position where there are 3 Hellblast Chevalier guns sitting on a hill. I'm like, you know, I can understand that. So I was willing to attack, so again, I did bloop, 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 but my ally just stood right here, did nothing, so I was like, well, I'm not going to attack by myself, so I pulled back. And now, here we are, 8 minutes, almost 9 minutes into the game, so I'm like, I was tired of this shit. So I'm just going to move my army up. I'm going to get shit done. This is ridiculous. 4 people just sitting in the game for almost 10 minutes staring at each other is the dumbest shit ever. But anyway, very frustrating. So I'm going to go out on my own and we're going to try and get some shit done. But for army compositions, we have a front line of foot squires. I have 3 Grail Reliques. This is a $17,000 fund. The 3rd Grail Relique I'm embedding in their army. I've been protecting their army from the Air Force that I thought was going to be coming because I saw that they had 3 Hellblast Volley guns. So I had 2 Royal Pegasus Knights, including King Lewin Leon Kerr. Also got a Damsel of Life, 3 Fire Peasant Bowmen, and then multiple Men-at-Arms with Halberds, and then a Grail Guardian in the middle here. Back there we got a couple of Dire Pack wolves that are Vanguard deployed. For my ally here, we have a Flagellant on the end, we got the Sigmar Sons, and then a front line of Halberds. Behind them, we got the Silver Bullets and 2 Handgunners, 2 Great Swords, a Swordsman. I think there's 2 Swordsmen in here. Yeah, one right over there. Bright Wizard, again, the 3 Hellblast Volley guns, and then we have the Knights of the Blazing Sun being led by a General of the Empire. For the Vampire counts, we have a total of 3 Vargulfs, 2 over here, 1 over there. We have the Black Knights over here with Lances and Barding. There are 2 White Kings in this army, 3 Fellbats, 1 here, 2 over there, 2 Vargeists, 1 here, and this is going to be the renowned one. We have 1 Cryptor, again, I said 3 Vargulfs already, 2 Terrorgeists, 1 here, 1 over here with Manfred von Karstein. These are all zombies. Everything over here is Skeletal Warriors, Spearmen, or Swordsmen. We have 2 Graveguard with Great Weapons. Those are the only Graveguard on the field. And again, these are more Skeleton Warriors over here. And Strigoi Ghoul King. So again, 8 to 9 minutes of this shit. So I was finally, I'm like, we gotta get something done. This is dumb when armies just stare at each other. So I'm going to leave my 1 Grail Leak back here to give these people some immune to fear and terror, because that's something they need. I'm going to keep 2 over here, and we're going to fly over here to these large creatures that are kind of just separated from the rest of the army. There were zombies and skeletons and like knights over here at the beginning of the game, but they've eventually just kind of moved over here and left these guys over here. So I'm just going to go bloop, 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 getting my army bloop, bloop, bloop. And then we're going to do some cutting off tactics here. So instead of just clicking attack orders, which would make us kind of just follow them around, I'm just going to go doot, doot, and then boop. And we're going to cut these guys off to make sure that we can at least try and get the Terrorgeist. So we don't do like a straight attack line, because that would not get us to where we need to go. And we are going to cut off this Terrorgeist. They're going to throw in the Devil's Schwarzkopf against my Royal Pegasus Knights. We're going to go King Lewin Leon Curran over here. Second Pegasus Knight is going to engage against the Terrorgeist here. And then I'm going to pull off King Lewin to engage against the Terrorgeist, because you can look at that charge damage you did to the Devil's Schwarzkopf. You do not fight Royal Pegasus Knights and King Lewin. And it figures, as soon as the Air Force protection of this fortification is done, that's when the enemy is actually going to charge in with the Air Force. I know why they were standing back here. They wanted to come in here, stop these Hellblast Volley guns, which is exactly why I had King Lewin and the Air Force there, because if Manfred came in close, I was going to fuck him up and protect these Hellblast Volley guns, but I just got tired of waiting, so I'm like, you know what, good luck, ally. Good luck. So over here, we're going to mess up those Devils of Schwarzkopf, and then we're going to mess up this Terrorgeist with the double Pegasus Knights and King Lewin. I was getting this army in to support them in case we're going to do a clash over here, but you can see now that my Air Force is over here, the enemy's finally going to charge my allies' position, so I'm just going to go bloop, bloop, and we're going to get a line forming like that with archers back here, and I'm going to throw in the Grail Guardians, and we'll start, I think I throw them into Skeletal Warriors here soon. God, I was so tired at this point. I couldn't believe it. Could not believe the stare down. Anyway, so we're just chasing off this Terrorgeist, trying to make it to safety, but he is not going to survive, so goodbye Terrorgeist. Then we're going to do a quick drop on these Crypt Ghouls briefly before the Knights come back, and they're going to threaten us off of the Crypt Ghouls. But over here, we got the handgunners pouring in fire into the Tithe, which is honestly a waste of ammunition, but they're probably just left to fire at will. Puppy's going to be in here fighting against some Halberds, and you see the Fellbats descended upon the Hellblast Volley guns now that I'm not there to protect them with my Air Force. So the Hellblast Volley guns are taking a lot of damage. I believe the Wolves, honestly, I don't remember when the Wolves joined the battle. They may actually just stay back there. I'm not entirely sure. But again, over here, we took out the Terra guys. We did a quick dive on the Cryptors, but we don't want to get pulled, tied down by these two Black Knights. So I'm going to see if they're going to follow us, and they do. And they're going to follow us into range of our Fire Archers and our Halberds over here. So we're going to do another charge down on these Varix Reapers to hold them in position, and then we're going to throw in our Halberds. The rest of my army is going to go bloop, bloop, bloop. And you're going to see my Grail Guardians are over there messing up some Skeletal Warriors. Meanwhile, the rest of the enemy's army, at least some of them, are engaging against the frontline Halberds. The Vargulf sit here and tanked these Halberds for some reason. I don't know why. That's exactly the wrong target you want to use with a puppy. Meanwhile, we also have some Var guys down here trying to mess up the Hellblast volley guns. I think they've taken down 2 of them so far, but there is still 1, and we got the 3 handgunners over here as well, and the puppies are finally moving into position to attack. But we got some swordsmen and some great swordsmen over here dealing with the Terrorgeist and the Vargeist, who is now dead. That Vargulf is going to be dead because it was fighting Halberds. Over here, you see my Pegasus Knights actually took a lot of damage from these Black Knights, which is kind of surprising because they didn't really even get a charge on us. I was honestly shocked. But now I'm going to pull off the Pegasus Knights. One is going to go over here against the Terrorgeist. I'm casting heal spells all around this area to support my ally and basically just my ally. Over here, my Men-at-Arms is going to get into these zombies and skeletal warriors along with my foot squires. We're going to engage against them. My Grail Guardians are already over here assisting my ally dealing with 3 skeletal warriors. Going to throw in some reinforcements there. My Archer line is going to be moving up so we can start firing at the Cryptors and also at the Vargulfs that are over here because there's still 2 more alive somewhere. There's one. They're basically going to be over here and we'll start firing at them. Finally, here come the Dire Puppies to come out of the forest, and they're going to start dealing some damage to those handgunners. They honestly should have been sprung a long time ago because the handgunners have already done a ton of damage. Right here, I'm chasing off Manfred von Karstein with my Royal Pegasus Knights that I did originally detach. King Lewin is now over there to assist them, and this Royal Pegasus Knight is going to go over here and finish off the Devil's Sword off him before the enemy realizes that they still have him. Keeping my Grail Reliques in position to provide leadership and immunity, fear, and terror. I'm going to moving these guys over here into the center of this formation to try and get the Halberds immune to fear and terror. Men-at-Arms going over here to support the Grail Guardians. Again, my heal spells are going to be dropping over here periodically. We have a Terra guys, Vargulf over here, double Vikings over here, a bunch of Skeletal Warriors, and a Cryptor who's almost dead. Manfred von Karstein is now dead, so I'm going to throw these 2 air forces into these Terra guys and the Vargulf over here. Going to cast another heal spell to support them and my ally over there. Meanwhile, our fire arrows are launching into the Vargulf over here, disengage the Grail Guardians, pinning them down with the Man-at-Arms. Over here, we're just dealing with some Skeletal Warriors, so they're going to be chewed up relatively quickly. Kill the Devil's Sword Snoffin, so this Pegasus Knight is now going to join King Lewin Leon Kerr, who just destroyed the Terra guys. Now, I think we're going to move on to the Vargulf that's back here as well. This Vargulf is getting just massacred by the 3 fire arrows. The puppies got engaged with the Halberds, and they are going to get killed by the Halberds, but they did do some decent damage to the Gunners. Again, this puppy is getting destroyed. I guess I throw in a Pegasus Knight over there to finish him off. So there we go. Again, we're just dealing with some Skeletal Warriors over here, and we're going to eventually go bloop, bloop. And then I think we maybe do a recharge here. But we're getting more Men-at-Arms over here, disengaging with the Grail Guardians once again because they're fighting against 2 White Kings, which is not exactly what they really want to fight against. So I'm going to throw in some Men-at-Arms. The Vargulf is now dead. The King Lewin is fighting over against the Graveguard, and now it's killing that Vargulf over there with the other Pegasus Knight. Another heal spell. I think that's like the 3rd one over in this area is being dropped. Now these guys with no targets left is going to fire, I guess, at the zombies, or the stalkers. And this is when the enemy army is just going to kind of collapse. I think I throw in these Grail Guardians into this pack of troops over here. Going to rear charge with the Foot Squires. Foot Squires just kind of going bloop, 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 bloop. And that's going to be a GG. The actual battle lasted like 5 minutes. It was like a 15-minute match.
The lion's wheel!
So 2 things about the standoff, man, that I'm not showing, because why would I show an army standing out for 8 minutes? 1, if you're playing double vampire count, just charge. Like, you're the fucking vampire counts. You charge. That's what you do. If you play Beastman, you charge, unless you have a Cygor. If you play the Greenskins, you charge, unless you have, you know, Doom Tower Catapults, and you have an option. But on the other hand, we didn't take the artillery needed to force their hand, technically. So, if the enemy isn't going to charge you, then just get off your fucking high horse to your high hill and go to them. You have 3 Hellblaster volley guns, and this terrain over here was just as good as this. It's a straight line. Just pressure the enemy into doing shit. Just move your army off the hill. Start, you know, shooting into Manfred von Karstein. The Hellblaster volley guns still have a long range, long enough to shoot fucking Manfred von Karstein out of the air. But no, like, oh, God. This player just wanted to sit on the hill. These players just didn't want to attack at all because I guess they didn't want to charge into this hill situation. So we waited for 8 minutes. But again, and I tried to get shit done earlier. My ally didn't move, and God. I'm just equally frustrated with everybody. Why play vampire counts if you're not going to attack? And if the enemy isn't going to attack, why not just attack them? Like, people are so fucking averse to attacking in this game. I don't understand why. Just like the last episode. God. It just boggles my mind why people just don't want to move forward. It's just moving forward. That's all you're doing. You're just moving forward and you're dictating the terms of battle. Like, attacking is honestly better than defending. The only reason I stayed back for that long is because I didn't want to attack on my own and leave my allies' hell cannons to die, which I knew was going to happen as soon as I disengaged my air force. I knew Manfred and the Feldbass were going to come in and fuck him up, and they did. And I'm like, just move. Just get up. Just walk. Use your legs. Come on, people. So frustrating. Anyway, for the kills here, Polar Arms did good. Grail Leaks, I don't know, they did shit. The Foot Squires did pretty good. These guys sniped some targets. Grail Guardians got a ton of kills. These guys focus fire down a lot of large creatures along King Leon Occur. For Austrinius, Damon, Frontline seemed to hold off pretty well. Sigmar Sons got a ton of kills. Handgunners got a ton of focus kills. These guys got some kills. And Nice Blade Sun did pretty good. For Time Gesture here, honestly, not much didn't really do anything. This Vargulf was sent to die. The Feldbats actually did pretty good. They shut down 2 of the Hell Cannons, which was really good. Terrageist was in there kind of by itself, which is not what you really wanted to do. It's not really a super tanky unit, but it got 46 kills nonetheless. And then Maz, I don't even know what happened to the Strigoi Ghoul King. I'm guessing they were just in the frontline melee and died at some point. Things that stand out here, those Black Knights actually did do some damage on Pegasus Knights, which was surprising. The Puppies dealt a significant blow to the Handgunners, but it was kind of too late. They allowed the Handgunners to focus fire down a lot of creatures before they were actually sprung, so they should have been sprung a little earlier, but still they got some kills. And the other 2 Puppies were also sent into the front line of Halberds to die. I don't know why all 3 Puppies were sent to, like, their counter. They're like, hey, there's a human over there with a long pike-like weapon. Let's go charge them. Like, why? I don't know why. Why even bring... Why? Sorry, I'm just so upset about people not moving that I'm also now getting upset about sending Vargulfs to die. They are so expensive, and they're such a good unit, but why would you send them into a front line of halberds? Like, I can understand charging through, because they can charge through anything. Anything. They get dwarves, they don't give a fuck. They just literally walk right through them, but they charge the line and allow them to sit there and just get, like, poked to death. Why? That's exactly what your enemy wants you to do. Just run past them. Get into the handgunners. Get into the General of the Empire. Fucking use him as like a tennis ball between all 3. A hacky sack. Fucking Vargulfs to play hacky sack with the General of the Empire. He wasn't even on a mount. He was just on his legs. They could have just batted him back and forth all day long. But no, they just died to a fucking halberd line. Like, why even get the puppies at that? Sorry. I love Vargulfs, and when I see them just sent to die, like, anyway, hope you enjoyed the battle. Let's go watch a cinematic view of this engagement.
For the king!
And those Var guys fell really quickly.
Oh, my lady of the lake! Lance is ready!
Oh, they did a Winds of Death? Okay, alright, so this is what happened. Manfred von Karstein cast the spell when he was sitting right here to try and destroy the swordsman and the Hellblaster volley guns and maybe tag these handgunners. The problem is, when they cast it, they were still moving, and until the spell's cast, the actual direction is just going to follow your hero, so you have to remain stable for the entire cast of the spell, or else it's going to just go off like that. So many Winds of Magic wasted. Oh, damn. Anyway. These knights are still some of the coolest looking units in the game. And a good pick against vampire counts. Yeah, that poor Vargulf is going to take a lot of damage. This is like a fully upgraded Vargulf too. That's a lot of money.
Yes, my lord!
Oh, I guess the general was on a mount. I guess he couldn't play hacky sack. Well, Margot's probably strong enough to pick up a horse. Yeah, they can probably do it. Not in this game. There is no animation for that I know of, but they probably could. So this Vargolf actually was attacking a pretty good target, the Great Swords. But it's just kind of buried by itself. It needs some support.
The lion's wheel! On! To glory!
It's a lot of skeletons.
For the king!
All that shaking is just because of all the big creatures in this game. I'm not trying to shake the screen.
Enemy wizard spotted!
Get off my grab relief. Son of a bitch.
The lady wills it! Quick, march! The lady wills it! On to glory! Leg it! To war! Leg it!
There we go. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one. Take care.